Kyle Larson didn't just win the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series Championship. He stole it in plain sight. And he did it on a night that was supposed to belong to Denny Hamlin. This wasn't just another heartbreak. This was a takedown, an ambush, the kind of moment that leaves fans speechless, drivers furious, and NASCAR scrambling for answers. Let me explain. Phoenix was electric. 4 warriors entered the Coliseum: Hamlin, Larson, Byron, and Briscoe, each chasing the dream. But this one felt like it was finally Denny's. After 20 years of falling just short, this was the moment where the stars were supposed to align. And for a while, they did. Hamlin was flawless. From the pole, he dominated. Precision, control, total command. He led 208 out of 319 laps. That's not racing. That's a beatdown. It wasn't even close. He wasn't just winning. He was writing a legacy. Fans felt it. His team knew it. This was destiny. And then, boom, a tire, a wall, a yellow flag. William Byron, another title contender, slammed into the wall with 33 laps to go. Oh boy, William Byron. William Byron has a tire issue, and the caution is out. That's when the whole championship turned into a game of poker. Kyle Larson went all in, 2 tires only. Hamlin's crew, playing it safe, took 4. They thought grip would be the key, but what they didn't know is that NASCAR doesn't reward safe. It rewards chaos. The restart came. 2 laps, overtime. Larson was in 5th. Hamlin, buried in 10th. The green flag dropped, and just like that, the king lost his crown. Ryan Blaney, who wasn't even in the title hunt, won the race. But Larson finished 3rd, and that was enough. He didn't lead a single lap, not one, but he walked away with the trophy. Hamlin, 6th place, just close enough to see the finish, and just far enough to feel it tear him apart. "We were 40 seconds away from a championship," Hamlin said after the race, his voice flat, eyes empty. "What can you do? It's just not meant to be." That's 6 times now. 6 brutal moments: 2010, 2014, 2019, 2020, 2021, and now 2025. But this one hurt more, because he did everything right. He had the fastest car, the best strategy, the best setup, the best crew, and still, he walked away with nothing. Meanwhile, Kyle Larson, who hadn't won since May, was now a 2-time champion. "We didn't lead a lap and won the championship," Larson admitted, stunned. "We had an average car at best. It's just unbelievable." And he's right. It is unbelievable. Because the NASCAR system allowed it. 1 late caution, 1 tire call, and the guy who barely showed up all night gets to hold the crown. Is that racing? Or is that robbery? The debate exploded like wildfire. Fans lit up social media. Some praised Larson's guts. Others called for NASCAR's playoff format to be torn apart. Even Byron, the driver who triggered the caution, felt the guilt. "I hate that," he said. "I obviously didn't want to cause a caution. If I'd known the tire was going down, I would have done something different." Inside Joe Gibbs Racing, the pain was visible. Crew members sat in silence. Some cried. Gibbs himself didn't move. He just stood there, watching the moment slip away for the 6th time. Hamlin had rented 3 houses in Scottsdale for his family and friends. The celebration was planned. The champagne was on ice. But instead of a party, he got silence. And here's the thing. Nobody did anything wrong. Byron didn't mean to crash. Larson didn't cheat. Hamlin didn't choke. But that's what makes this ending so brutal. Because someone still lost everything. And not because they made a mistake, but because chaos decided to crown someone else. Larson made a move. He played the system. He didn't flinch. And NASCAR rewarded him for it. But was it fair? Stick with me. Because what happened after the checkered flag has only made things worse for NASCAR. After the checkered flag waved and the confetti settled, things didn't calm down. In fact, they got worse. Because just as the racing world tried to make sense of how a driver could dominate 2/3 of a championship race and still lose, the whispers started. Whispers of cheating, of manipulation, of games played in the shadows. And suddenly, Kyle Larson's win wasn't just controversial, it was radioactive. It started with murmurs from pit road. Then came the drivers. Quiet at first, then louder. One by one they began to speak, and what they said cracked open the whole Phoenix finale. "You telling me that's fair?" one veteran asked off the record. "The guy didn't lead a single lap. Not one. That ain't a championship. That's a lottery win." But then, it wasn't just whispers. It was Brad Keselowski on SiriusXM saying, The system allows it, yeah, but it doesn't feel like a true championship when the guy who clearly dominated gets hosed by a late yellow. Fans know it. Drivers know it. NASCAR has to look at this. It was Chase Elliott chiming in with, "You don't fix what's broken. You fix what's unfair." And that race? Man, it felt unfair. And the fans? Oh, they were furious. Social media turned into a war zone. Hashtags like #RobbedInPhoenix and #FixNASCARNow trended for days. Meme after meme showed Hamlin's heartbreak. Some compared it to being mugged on live TV. But here's where it got really dicey, because fans started connecting dots. That late caution, Byron's blown tire, some weren't buying the bad luck story. Conspiracy theories exploded online, videos slowed down, audio analyzed, posts questioning whether the tire failure was real or strategic. That's right. People started asking if it was an inside job, if someone had intentionally triggered the caution to shake up the finish. Wild? Maybe. But in a sport built on fractions of a second and millions of dollars, nothing sounds too crazy anymore. And NASCAR? Silent. No statements, no investigations, just silence. That silence? It fueled the fire. Because when your playoff system already feels like a slot machine, the last thing you want is fans thinking the house is rigged. Even some crew chiefs started side-eyeing the whole thing. The timing of that caution was interesting, one said anonymously. Not saying it was intentional, but we've seen crazier. Meanwhile, Hamlin, stoic, shattered, never pointed fingers, never called foul, but the weight on his face told the story. He was broken. Again. "I'll try," he said. "But man, if you can't win that one, I don't know which one you can win." That line? That's not just frustration. That's a man losing faith in the system. And maybe he's not alone, because here's the truth NASCAR doesn't want to admit. This wasn't a celebration. It was a warning. When the best driver on the day, maybe the best driver ever to never win a title, gets robbed by chaos, something's wrong. When drivers walk out of the garage shaking their heads, something's wrong. When fans can predict the chaos better than the competition, something's broken. And the worst part? This isn't the first time. It's just the loudest. This was supposed to be Hamlin's storybook ending. Instead, it's another cautionary tale. One where the guy with the stats, the skill, and the season got buried by a format that rewards drama over dominance. And Kyle Larson? He didn't cheat. He didn't wreck anyone. He simply played the hand he was dealt, better than anyone else. That's not illegal. That's cold-blooded. Brilliant? Maybe. Fair? That's the question echoing through every hauler, every fan base, every dusty mile between Phoenix and Charlotte. Because if this is what NASCAR calls a championship, what does that say about the sport? Tell me, should Larson be celebrated for his gutsy call? Or should NASCAR finally admit their system rewards chaos more than champions? Let me know in the comments, because the drama isn't over, not by a long shot.